What is up, everybody? It's your boy Fozzie, back at it with another video. Today we're talking about Need for Speed Heat. It is the newest game in the Need for Speed franchise, as you guys probably already know. It came out November of 2019 this year. So, I mean, it's a pretty nice game. I like it so far. I officially have beat the storyline, and we'll get there. We'll get there. So this is going to be basically a breakdown video, things I liked, things I don't like, things that are hopefully coming down the drain maybe a little bit, and as well as comparing it to some other Need for Speed videos and franchises and, well, the other Need for Speed games, I should say. We just got my own gameplay going in the background just to show you guys what's going on. For the most part, honestly, the graphics are amazing, guys, as expected. It's a Need for Speed game. They're pretty good, as you guys can see. I mean, once you get up to some pretty high speeds when you're driving, it's okay. The blur effect is definitely arcade. This is definitely an arcade style racing game, which, I mean, most of the Need for Speeds, if not all of them, have been. So, I mean, that's nothing different. Everything is pretty similar, at least build wise. So they did a lot of stuff similar to like 2015 Payback put together. Honestly, there's a lot of like Need for Speed Underground as well. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff. Honestly, guys, one of my biggest complaints is the settings. There's not a lot of controls you can do. It's basically auto and manual. I do wish that you could, at least button map at least a little bit. That'd make it a little bit better, but it seems like right now you only get one thing, which, I mean, it's okay. Let's be honest, it's okay. They did a pretty good job with, for the most part, all the other settings. The controls, I do wish would be changed, but I also wish the camera could be changed as well. I mean, as you guys can see right here, I'm on the farthest back setting. It doesn't really seem like it's that far back. In all honesty, I wish it, myself and Gravity do wish that the farthest camera would be a little bit farther distance wise. Seems a little too close, and first person isn't that great with the hood cam and all that good stuff. Whatever, it's decent. Honestly, the race system is kind of cool. The leveling up system, I liked it. It's definitely a pain in the butt. It's a good grinding game though. They keep you involved for the most part. Right now in this, guys, I'm doing some nights, just showing you some cop chases and stuff like that, because you get rep at night and during the day you get money. So it's a pretty interesting leveling up system. In the day, the only time you really get rep, I mean, the only time you get rep in the day is like main storyline races, and at night same goes with money. You only get money with the main story races. So I like that. I like the aspect that they didn't force the night like they did in 2015, but they also didn't completely exclude it, which was nice as well. Payback seemed a little lackluster of the weather and night cycle. I've seen just about everything there is besides snow, which is pretty cool. The rain, I think it actually does change the way you drive a little bit, which is pretty cool, honestly. I like seeing that real simulation style playing in an arcade racer like Need for Speed. So my next point is kind of a downside, but it goes along with the night, unfortunately. Cop chases. As you guys can see on the gameplay right now, they're pretty insane. They went back to definitely the underground and the most wanted style of cops. If you don't have the right car where it's not fast enough, or if you have enough rep, so like your heat level gets up to like level 3 and 4, it gets a pretty hard to get away from the cops, not gonna lie. There is a clip up here, probably pretty shortly. I don't know when it will pop up, but basically it just shows me getting busted, and it wasn't fun. You lose almost all of your rep. You lose a lot of money if you have it on you. So honestly, I would recommend only keeping like 10 grand or something like that on you, just so you can pay off that debt without, I don't know if you lose your car or anything. I've been too scared to try it, not gonna lie. I don't want to lose my car. I have some pretty good cars already. At night, you guys, you can only repair your vehicle 3 times. So as you can see in the bottom right next to my speedometer, there's a flashing orange that says damage critical. That is actually the car's damage. You can only repair them going into a gas station. So the only downside is during the nighttime, you only get 3 times to go through and repair your car. After that, you just got to get away. Unfortunately, that's just how it works. During the day, you actually do have unlimited usage of these, so it definitely makes it a lot harder in the night, which is pretty cool. It makes it pretty hard to level up, but also at the same time, it keeps you coming back for more, and once you want to keep playing type of thing, you want to keep leveling up. The cops are definitely interesting. You can see here, I got 4 of them on me right now. They're bumping me, and you can actually get some pretty cool little additions as well. You can get like damage increase or damage decrease to your car, so you can take a little bit more damage. See, and then there you go. There's the last repair for the night. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah. The story, I actually finished it last night, and it's pretty good. Seems a little lackluster as far as overall size, but I mean, for the most part, is definitely not as cringy as last time. The story, actually, I enjoyed it. I ended up watching a good majority of the story, so it's kind of nice to be able to see that come back, where it's not necessarily cringy dialogue. And if you guys played Payback, you know exactly what I mean by that. It's definitely pretty good. As you can see here, the cop just kill switched me, which is something they introduced. I want to say Payback, but I may be wrong. They might have introduced it earlier. But basically, it's an EMP blast that kills your car for a few seconds, which it sucks, not gonna lie. I mean, you can tell I'm struggling. It's definitely hard to get out. I do think that because the story was a little lackluster, they might be adding more later with updates. I noticed there was a few things that were just they just felt a little rushed. And it's not huge things, it's not game-breaking things, but there is a few things where it seems rushed. And unfortunately, the story part of that shows. And like you guys can see here, I mean, I only lost 20 grand on that one, but that was a pretty easy one that I had experienced, unfortunately. Most of the other ones have just about bankrupt me when I get caught. So you definitely don't want to get caught by the cops. I really, really like the fact that they brought back the car customization. If you played Payback, you know what I mean with the gambling style. It was muddy. It didn't seem like it worked very well. You definitely had to grind for the so-called perfect car, and you didn't really get to pick your parts and what they were, compared to 2015 and even this one now, where you can completely change the whole look of your car and style of your car, and you can put different turbos and different exhausts. Stuff actually matters now. You can actually do engine swaps, which is, I think, pretty cool. You can do just about anything you can imagine with the engine swaps. They're kind of like the engine acceleration packs from Payback. They seem definitely a little bit better than that, but I mean, it's like legit engine swaps where you can change this little 240 right here. I could make it a V8 if I wanted to, which is pretty cool. I like that. Just going through all the customizations, it's nice having Need for Speed come back with that aspect of being able to customize your car as much as you want and as often as you want. Technically, you can do almost everything inside the Need for Speed Heat Studio, and that's basically, you can customize all your cars and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. You can connect it. That's where this is sitting at right now, is the studio. Honestly, it's nice being able to play offline and online as well. I miss being able to pause my racing game and being able to talk to somebody if I need to. There's a lot to do. There's lots of activities. The map is very open and large. There's It doesn't seem like there's any boundaries that I've seen besides the obvious map boundaries, so that's definitely open world. Drifting, you know, I don't like it as much. It's definitely a downside for me. Yeah, it just seems very different compared to the previous Need for Speed series. Not too big of a deal, but it's definitely something you gotta get used to. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, guys, that's the breakdown for you. Need for Speed Heat. That's all the car customization. That's my basic thoughts about it. We'll definitely be doing some more gameplay about this here in the future. Be showing you guys some more cop chases or some races or something like that. But until next time, have a good one, guys, and thanks for hanging out with us. Peace.